Now, like most of the Bay Area, Contra Costa County temporarily banned most evictions to keep people housed during the pandemic.
But vulnerable tenants in Walnut Creek tell us their new landlord has been trying to kick them out since May, even though they've been paying the rent. Janelle Wang has their story. Janelle.
Raj and Jessica, time is running out for these residents with the county eviction moratorium set to end tomorrow. As of tonight, they will have nowhere to go if they are evicted. And one single mother tells us she will be out on the street with her 2 young kids.
I'm originally from North Africa. I'm from Algeria. I'm a mother of 2 young girls, and I'm a single mom.
Dabia Benakli gave up her job as a preschool teacher when COVID hit. She had no one to watch her kids.
And then I ended up doing DoorDash and Uber. I don't want to face anything like an eviction, being in the streets or in the car. Your toys.
She has to bring the kids with her on the ride.
I pray on the way. I talk to God and say, please take us to the places that are safe, me and my kids.
She's lived in the same Walnut Creek apartment for more than a decade. A bargain by Bay Area standards.
For the last few years, we were paying $1,000 a month, which is very affordable.
Despite the eviction moratorium for people struggling to pay rent during the pandemic, Benakli has been paying every month, she says.
I'll pay the rent first and then I look for the other bills. So we were really tight.
Then in May, a new owner bought the building.
The new owner name is Mr. Steven Pinza.
He runs the Pinza Group and SEC Investments and owns more than 150 units across the Bay Area, according to Property Radar. That same month, Benakli got this 60-day eviction notice, saying her new landlord needed to make major repairs.
There was 15 people here. 11 were asked to leave. We're only a few left right now. I think we're 3 or 4.
2 other tenants still in the building showed us similar eviction notices, like Dashir Young.
Basically, what he really wants to do is gentrify the area, have us move out, make us homeless, and just, do cosmetic work so he can get other people to move in there and pay higher rent.
In July, Pinza made an offer to Benakli, move out for 2 months at their own expense during the renovation, and come back later with a $600 rent hike. Other tenants say they got similar offers.
Can you afford to pay that?
I can't.
Unless the landlord is taking the property off the rental market or moving in themselves, Contra Costa County's moratorium states landlords can only evict tenants for immediate health and safety issues, but there's no requirement to show proof of that.
I don't see any health or safety issue. Any ceiling falling, it's clean, it just needs a new paint. Because now they ask a lot of questions, especially the 7-year-old. Mom, are we going to have to sleep in the car?
And these are not lawful notices.
Leah Simon Weisberg is the statewide legal director at the Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment, or ACE.
11 of the families were served eviction notices, and these are families that were paying the rent despite the economic crisis, created by the COVID pandemic.
City records show Pinza's company has pulled permits to upgrade kitchens and bathrooms in the building, but we don't know how serious those renovations are.
The landlord is alleging that he has to do substantial rehabilitation. This basis for eviction is intended for situations where the roof fell in, like just extreme conditions that are unsafe for the tenant.
Pinza made headlines back in 2016 when tenants in Concord protested large rent increases at buildings he managed. Betty Gabaldon was one of those tenants.
We all got a $400 rent increase. When I came home and I saw that notice on my home, on my door, I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of freaking money.
What do we want?
Stop the eviction!
Now the tenants and their allies are taking their protests to Pinza's front door.
Stop the eviction!
We called and emailed the Pinza group several times and never heard back.
We've been trying to reach landlord Steven Pinza for a couple weeks now. Here we are at his office in Walnut Creek.
We tried visiting in person, but nobody answered.
You want to play with Mama?
With the eviction moratorium ending tomorrow, Benakli worries about the future. Fighting her landlord has already taken a heavy toll.
I dropped my plans of...
She was planning to visit her father over the summer, but she canceled, staying home to fight the eviction instead.
July 31st, he passed away. And fighting for like 3 solid weeks with the new variant of COVID. He was 68. I couldn't make it, and I said sorry.
Just a few days ago, Dabia Benakli says she got a new 60-day eviction notice from her landlord. She says she's out of options unless lawmakers come up with a quick solution to help her and other tenants in the building. Janelle Wang, NBC Bay Area News.
Janelle, thank you. A lot of local families could be in trouble here in terms of evictions. If you have a story for our investigative unit, give us a call, 888-996-TIPS, or simply visit our website, nbcbayarea.com/investigation.